come you eating, boss? It's Ramadan, boss. You're Muslim, eh?
No, no.
You sure? I think so you are.
Well, imagine sitting at a restaurant and you're about to have a meal when there's a bunch of Muslim men coming by and they say that you can't be eating because it is a violation, it is unempathetic to be eating in the month of Ramadan. That's currently what is happening at the moment, and we're getting to see more of this kind of control being exercised but being masked as empathy, etiquette, being masked as we need to be more respectful towards other people. It kind of sounds a lot more like you want to impose beliefs on people. But I mean, what can we say about it? Or at least we should be saying something about it. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at exactly those kind of examples of what's happening right now in the world. More and more people are being pressured into this ideology, the belief, the religion of Islam. It's as if when you do not agree with Islam, you are automatically the enemy of Islam. But wait, doesn't their book actually say that? Or does it? Oh, well, why don't we find out? My name is Stephen, and I am looking forward to spending some time with you in this video. I hope that you will be edified by it, by the ideas that I'm about to share with you, just with regards to something that you can consider going forward, and also just look at and how you can approach it in the community and society that we are living in. And I'm just so grateful that we get to do this kind of thing. This is Beacon Point SA, where we serve to share hope, inspire passion, and see Christ. And if you are watching on Praxis, we are thankful that you are here. And I pray that you be edified, that you may be able to grow, and that you may be able to click the like button, click the follow button, because it does help us to push the video into the algorithm. And so I'm going to show you guys a couple of videos, and you saw the first one in the opening clip over there. The man came to a family or to a couple and actually asked them about this eating in public. But let me play it for you. I think it will be a lot more better if I do that. So check this out.
Don't be eating in Ramadan, yeah? Please, because, really bad. How come you eating, boss? It's Ramadan, boss. Huh?
Yeah, sorry, brother.
It's Ramadan. This is no good. Ramadan. Muslim.
I know, brother, but sorry.
You're Muslim, eh?
No, no.
You sure? I think so you are. It's Ramadan now. No way, Ramun.
Romania is not
Muslim.
no Muslim.
You sure? Brother, please, yeah, because it's very big trouble, huh? Okay? Please, don't be eating in Ramadan, yeah? Please, because, really bad.
Wow. Okay. That is crazy. Like I said, imagine sitting and minding your own business. You in a country where perhaps even you don't have these laws in place. Like it's not a sin for you to sit at a table and eat in the time of Ramadan. And here someone comes and says, "Hey, you're not supposed to be eating here. It's Ramadan. You should respect others." I mean, I would eat, bro. I would be yamming my food. I saw that the guy eating his chicken. He was just like, oh, that's what I'm talking about with regards to imposing your beliefs, your ideologies, everything that you believe you want people to submit to. And now it looks like that it's not etiquette anymore. It's now become control. You looking to control this narrative that whenever something happens in Islam, people should submit to that. And that is the thing I'm trying to bring across to you. Consider this: if it is the month of Ramadan and people are going through this fasting, or at least Muslims are, does that mean every restaurant should be closed? If that were to be the case, isn't that a complete and utter sign that that is something they actually would want to do? In the UK at the moment, there's actually going around virally a video about this man that owns a restaurant that doesn't want to serve halal food. You have Muslims going there, attacking this man's shop, and this is a livelihood. This man's got a family as well, and you saying that you are this religion of peace. Would a religion of peace do that? Would a religion of peace go to the extent of violence to take control and show their point? Does that kind of make sense to us? So the question then becomes, where does etiquette, the empathy or etiquette, where does it stop? Where do we draw the line to say, sure, you're fasting, and you in this environment where we are also in, but I can't let my beliefs go to accommodate you. Okay. So when we consider it that way, it makes things a lot more difficult. And that's the point I'm trying to bring across. And we're going to look at even verses in the Quran. This is wild that this man would go out and say to this other man, aren't you Muslim? uh are you sure? Like, you now you're not just implying that I should follow your beliefs through empathy, you're also implying that I should be who you are, and that is a Muslim. Aren't you Muslim? Like, the question, it was more derogatory. It was more, aren't you a Muslim? Right? Shouldn't you be fasting? Brother, don't eat here in public. Do you understand? So that is the wild thing, and we're getting to see more and more of this. So has it become control? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm about to show you another video before we go into a few surah verses, and we can actually see for ourselves what's happening over there.
Çıkartmak istiyor, Kur'an'ı çıkartmak istiyor. İnşallah biz de kaydetmeyelim. Hayır, konuşmasın efendi. Allah'ın büyükleri var. Hayırlı olsun desin. Büyükleri var. Yapamıyorsun. Sen kimse ya. Ahmet'teki adam bizim belediyeyi anlattı.
Okay, so there you see a bunch of men coming to a restaurant demanding respect because they are fasting. Bro, it's so simple. Just walk past the restaurant. I mean, I know sometimes a good KFC could kind of tempt you, when you walk by and you smell those aromas and you're just like, oh man, KFC, it sounds. Just walk by. That's basically all you can do. Uh, sorry guys, my eyes are burning, but walk by because that's it. You don't need to go in and disrupt other people's moment where they enjoying that. And that's the thing I'm trying to point out to you guys, is the fact that, when did empathy become control? When is it that I can just come and demand from someone that they need to do something because of my religious beliefs? Now they just need to do it. Okay, so that is a wild one to see. I'm about to show you another one before we go into these verses, but check this one out. This is wild. This is in this man's house. In his house, he's standing in his yard, brother. And bro came and he actually confronted this uncle. Check this out.
Moi, je t'ai juste dit pourquoi tu fais pas le ramadan.
C'est comme ça. Je suis catholique.
Ah, t'es catholique.
Alors. Et t'as un problème?
Hein?
T'as un problème?
Non, il n'y a pas de problème pour ça. Je t'ai juste demandé parce que tu manges, quoi. C'est pourquoi je te demande si tu faisais pas le ramadan.
Non.
Et t'en dis quoi pour le ramadan?
Beaucoup.
Hein?
M'en fous. C'est pas ma religion.
Mais normalement, quand tu dois manger à l'intérieur, parce que nous, on fait le ramadan, on ne peut pas te voir.
Ouais.
On ne doit pas te voir manger, tu vois? Merci. Tu vas aller manger à l'intérieur? Hein? Merci beaucoup. C'est gentil, merci.
Okay, so that is wild. Comes up to the uncle, he's having a meal. It's so simple, just walk by. Close your eyes or just cover up and just walk by. It's not a sin. It's not a sin to sit outside and eat. It's nowhere in the Quran. It's nowhere in the hadiths. It's nowhere that someone needs to sit, and if you see Muslims coming, they must go in the house and go and eat inside. No way. So that's the wild thing. Ankh says he's a Catholic, right? With that being said, we're not going to go into that. But he's a Catholic. He's not even in the Islam faith. Unc is chilling, eating his peanut butter bread or whatever it was. And another assumption: why aren't you fasting? It's Ramadan. Like? Why is there such an expectation of people that are not Islam to also be doing what they are doing, right? Anyway, but you guys saw it for yourselves, and it's wild that he's interrogating and asking this questions and asking this uncle various questions. I just can't fathom to understand why. But the uncle goes in, and that's the video. And so that's currently what we do see happening in our societies and day and age. I did a quick search, very quick one, um, on Google. Didn't even go far. Very quick search on Google, and I'm going to share this with you so that you can see, um, should Islam be respecting? Okay, allow this time. Let me just see if it's going to come up for you. hmm There we go. Add to scene. And I hope you guys can see over there. So I just typed in verses in Quran showing to respect others' religious beliefs. Okay, so it goes and it says the Quran advocates for respecting other religions through principles of non-compulsion, justice, and peaceful coexistence. Key verses include: "To you is your religion, and to me is my religion." Surah 109, verse 6. The prohibition of forced conversion is 2 verse 256, and injunction to act kindly toward non-combatant neighbors regardless of faith, that is 60 verse 8. Okay, and then they even give like a really cool breakdown over here of how the Quranic verses kind of categorize how they should not disrespect other people's beliefs and impose their own on others. Check this. Freedom of belief is the first point. Surah 2, verse 256, it says, "There shall be no compulsion in the religion. The right cause has become clear from the wrong." So I like what it does over there. It's got like a little bracket and it just makes it a little bit clear, even though it's not particularly in the original text. But it says that there shall be no compulsion in acceptance of the religion. The right cause has become clear from the wrong. In other words, the Muslims have now, according to the Quran and their belief, the right way. And so, therefore, there's no compulsion to accept, whether you want to be Muslim or not. Just the fact that there is now a distinction between being on the right way and being on the wrong way. So whether people want to be on the wrong way, that's fine. If people want to be on the right way, that's fine. But you choose, right? So you have a freedom of belief, peaceful coexistence. This is in Surah 109, verse 6. It says, "For you is your religion, and for me is my religion." And this is considered a live and let live principle, urging tolerance. That verse speaks for itself. Kindness and justice, it says in 60 verse 8, "Allah does not forbid you from those who do not fight you because of religion and do not expel you from your homes, from being righteous toward them and acting justly towards them." It's showing that kindness, that even if perhaps you are not from the same religious beliefs, you should be able to show kindness toward them. And so I'm not able to go through all these points, but you can, and I'm highlighting them over here. And you can see in the video, you can just pause it and read through it, and you'll be able to see a lot more over there. But that is the importance of this. How does this relate to the conversation we're having today with regards to the Ramadan, the fasting? And it's the idea, for me, that though you are fasting, though you are outside, you're living in the world, and people see you and you encounter people, that whilst you are fasting, it shouldn't be a burden to others. It shouldn't be something. I can be empathetic to you, yes, and perhaps you know, try and cover up my amazing KFC. But it shouldn't stop me from wanting to have something else to eat in. It shouldn't stop me from going to a restaurant and wanting to eat something. It shouldn't stop me from going to purchase something because it is this time of the month for you. And that is what I am talking about. And nowhere in the Quran does it speak about you publicly even fasting. Nowhere in the Quran does it say that. But it does mention something. There's something in the Bible that speaks about public fasting, and we're gonna check that out. But first, check this out. In Surah Al-Bukhari, it says this in 2 verse 183. O believers, fasting is prescribed for you. Sorry, fasting is prescribed for you. Let me get that up for you. I see I didn't pull that up for you. Let me pull it up for you. There we are. All right. So it says, O believers, fasting is prescribed for you as it was for those before you. So perhaps you will become mindful of Allah. All right. And then he goes further to say, fast the prescribed number of days, but whoever of you is ill or on a journey, then let them fast an equal number of days after Ramadan. For those who can only fast with extreme difficulty, compensation can be made by feeding a needy person for every day not fasted. But whoever volunteers to give, it is better for them, and not to fast is better for you, if only you knew. Ramadan is the month in which the Quran revealed as a guide for humanity with clear proof of guidance and the decisive authority. So whoever is present this month, let them fast. But whoever is ill on a journey, let them fast an equal number of days after Ramadan. Allah intends ease for you, not hardship, so that you may complete the prescribed period and proclaim the greatness of Allah for guiding you, and perhaps you will be grateful. So we see over there, Allah comes, sharing this inspired text, and we see that text being shared with regards to fasting. It is prescribed. There's conditions over there that comes about whether someone should fast or not fast, but we do not see whether someone can go out, impose this fasting on anyone else, make it seem as if it is a need for us to abide by it. It is also strange to me that this is supposed to be a time where you are becoming more mindful of Allah, that you are becoming more closer to Him. It's a time where you are supposed to be drawing nearer to Him, and yet there's so much focus on the external things. I don't even know how you are drawing nearer to Him in this time if all you are focusing on is who's eating in front of you. It's supposed to be a time where you are depriving your flesh from sinful ways, isn't it? It's supposed to be a time where it's you saying, I would sacrifice food in order to get closer to God. That's what fasting ultimately is about. It's about you shedding off the things that are not supposed to be intentionally displeasing Allah. And here we see a completely different narrative. I don't know. But how far do we go with etiquette versus the law? Because according to the Quran, according to the Hadiths, there is nothing that mentions that it's a sin for someone to be eating in public while someone else is fasting. That's as simple as that. It reminds me of a verse, Matthew 6, verse 16 to 18. And it goes as follows. Moreover, when you fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thine head and wash thy face, that thou appear not unto men to fast, but unto thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. Jesus speaks to Pharisees that are turning out to be some form of hypocrites, because he refers to them being these people that want to show that they are fasting, they pray in public to show their righteousness and holiness, they show that it's by their works that they are in somehow going to get into the kingdom of heaven. And people see this and they marvel at them and say, wow, look at these people, they're so righteous, they are so amazing. And that's their reward, and it's not eternal. But he goes and he says, but be like those that do this in secret. Be like those that anoint their head. Don't show that you are all ashy. Wash your face. Don't show that you're going through this time of fasting, because it's private. It's between you and the Father. It's between you and Him, shedding, breaking away from, drawing closer to. So, breaking away from sin, drawing closer to God in the private place, and the Lord will reward you. That's what the Bible's aspect of fasting is. That's what the Bible teaches Christians on how to fast. That's just a drop in the little bucket of what I just shared. But that's the basic understanding of it. It's for us to do this in private, not to show righteousness and show holiness, not to go out and say, "Ah, man, you sitting here and I'm busy fasting." No, my this is a time where I'm consecrating my flesh in order to be viewed and walk in the Spirit. Catch this. And this is the closing. I then got to understand that how is it that there are people that are looking at all the external things, trying by their own self will to fast, trying to be good in the Father's eyes or Allah's eyes, and yet falling short in the time that they are supposed to be drawing close. And I realized that it's because there's no Jesus. See, Jesus is the way, the truth, and life. No man comes to the Father except through Him. John 14. Jesus also promises that He will be sending the advocate, He will be sending the Holy Spirit, the comforter. And when we have that Spirit, it is that Spirit that helps us in moments of fasting. It is that Spirit that helps us to shed away, to break away, to consecrate, because that Spirit now convicts us, that Spirit now cleanses, that Spirit now comforts in broken, in hurtful times. And you can only have that Spirit when you have Jesus Christ. And the fasting will only be that effective when you have the Spirit of God living within you. That's my take. Share me your takeaways. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know there's going to be a few of you that might disagree. It's fine. But share it and let's talk about it. God bless you. Keep well.